people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been.
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you. Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. Never enough.
I cannot believe you do that.
Saying that advance have cured death.
Jog off!
We're still vassals.
Ôi rồi ôi, nó vô nó bấm quá. Ok, hello anh em. Tôi phải đây đây. Rất xin chào anh em đến với cái đế channel của tôi. Friday Zero G Gamer. Bây giờ đang là 9 giờ 48 rồi. Gần 9 giờ, gần 10 giờ kém mười mấy, 10 giờ kém 12, 10 giờ kém 10 đi. Hôm nay là ngày hôm nay là thứ 5 rồi anh em ạ. Trời nhanh dữ, một tuần nó trôi qua rất là lẹ luôn anh em ơi. Hôm qua là thứ tư, hôm nay thứ 5 rồi, nhanh ghê á. Thì hôm nay mình lại tiếp với con game Not for a Broadcast. Hôm qua tôi chơi tôi thấy hấp dẫn quá, thấy hay quá, cú quá anh em ơi. Nên là hôm nay mình tiếp coi là cái nội dung Game này là nó có cả nội dung, có chơi cái phần chiến dịch nha anh em, chứ không phải là chỉ là riêng về cái chỉnh cái thứ. Nhưng mà nói chung là tiếng Anh nó cũng tiếng Anh nó cũng phải gọi là phải gọi là dữ dằn lắm. Chứ còn tôi thì tôi chỉ chơi tương đối là để hiểu rồi chỉnh thôi, chứ cái nào mà chữ mà nó đứng thì tôi bấm được. Ở tới ngày thứ 8 rồi, mình qua ngày thứ 10 mấy rồi. Chà, qua tôi chơi tới ngày thứ 8 nữa hả? Giờ tôi qua tới ngày 15 rồi hả? Ở late night hả? Hồi hôm mình thì mình đang trong tình trạng là vẫn nghèo thôi anh em, vừa mới bắt đầu làm việc nên mình vẫn nghèo thôi. Và cái đêm ngày thứ 15, một đêm tối muộn, thì bạn về nhà sau một ca làm việc dài, thấy một tờ giấy nhắn đang chờ bạn trên quầy. Bạn nhận ra nét chữ vội vã nguệch ngoạc của Sam. Trish đã bị đuổi khỏi nhà vì không trả được tiền thuê nhà. Mình biết chị này nó sẽ dẫn đến đâu mà. Thật ra hôm qua là thanh niên Trish, theo như tôi nhớ như là Trish là bà con hay gia đình hay là người là con trai của tôi vậy ta. Nó ra ngoài nó ở, nhưng mà cuối cùng ra là vì nó tìm gặp mình, nhưng mà vì là gặp Sam và Trish là ai. Thực sự là tôi không nhớ lắm là nó đến nó mượn passport hay là con của mình. Con của mình lớn rồi. Trời, tôi ghi cái tờ giấy đầu tôi không nhớ lắm là con mình nó như thế nào mà tôi cũng quên mất. Sam sẽ đi lấy một số đồ của Trish ở trên đường. Đừng đợi tôi. Gạch chân 2LA. Vậy là tất cả bây giờ vậy đất là bây giờ tất cả đây là lỗi của mình sao? What the fuck? Mình đây là lỗi của mình sao? Mình đang xem một cái bộ phim kinh dị mà cả hai đã cùng nhau xem. Phim này nó từng làm mình rất là sợ lúc còn nhỏ, nhưng mà làm cả hai cười á. Cái tà heo là sao vậy? Nó không giống như vậy nếu không có Sam. Nhưng mà mình về vẫn xem một mình hả? Vẫn vượt qua thôi hả? Là sao hả? Sam là ai? Ủa Trish và Sam là ai? Sao tự nhiên tôi chơi tôi quên hết rồi anh em? Sao tự nhiên tôi chơi tôi quên hết rồi. Ngay khi mà đến đoạn hay á là một phần của cái đoạn mà Candy quyết đi điều tra một mình, thì một cậu con trai 14 tuổi nó tới nó làm phiền, nó hỏi mình thì nó muốn đi tới nhà bạn chơi. Thằng bé thì nó nhìn theo cái cách mà một đứa trẻ có thể nó xin nó qua nhà bạn chơi, cầu xin, nhưng mà cũng có một phần thách thức. Mình để cho thằng nhóc nó đi chơi một mình. Mình để cho thằng nhóc nó đi, nhưng mà nó hứa là sẽ về lúc 11 giờ. Mình nói với Charlie là không được đi. Nó không được phép đi quá trễ trong cái ngày mà những ngày đi học. Cũng tối muộn rồi mà sao giờ này còn đi nữa. Thằng nhóc nó lớn tiếng, mình không cho đi, bắt đầu nó giận. Cái gì vậy? Không cho nó đi. Nó càng ngày càng lớn tiếng hơn, khi mà có vẻ như là không có việc thay đổi ý định. Mình xem đó như là cái ý định tốt cho thằng bé, nhưng mà thật ra thì mình chỉ muốn được ở một mình. À, nó chửi mình, nó chửi là ba tưởng rằng là ý này là ý tốt cho con, nhưng thật ra bố chỉ muốn ở một mình thôi, con ghét bố. À, thằng bé thì nó biết rằng nó đi quá xa rồi và không thể mang mọi thứ trở lại được. Trước khi mà mình có thể mở miệng ra thì thằng bé nó đã đi thẳng lên cầu thang và đóng sầm cái cửa lại. You decide to give him space. Cả hai cần phải bình tĩnh. Không, mình có đi lên mình check nó coi nó ngủ chưa. Mình gõ cửa phòng Charlie và sau đó thì không có thằng bé nó không có trả lời. Mình mở cửa nhẹ nhẹ ra. Thằng bé thì đang ủ rũ trong chăn. Nó đang ấp mặt vô tường. Mình sẽ không rời đi cho tới khi nào thằng bé chịu nói chuyện với mình. Thằng bé hiểu quay mặt lại. Nó cần phải cái học được cách để mà điều khiển cái tông giọng của mình. À, ok. Không cho đi qua bạn chơi, mấy đứa con bé nó hay vậy lắm. Mình mà không cho qua là bắt đầu giận bực. Còn mình cho thì vui lắm. Cho bực giận, nó bực bội giật tức rồi giận dỗi rồi. Xin lỗi về cái việc mà hồi nãy mà nó đã phản ứng với mình. Và cả hai cùng nhau ngủ để xoa dịu không khí. Khoan nữa. Ngày trước mà đứa mượn basketball mình là đứa nào ta? TIòng hả? Là đêm Giáng sinh. Mình không thể nào mà mình không thể giúp được gì. The Snow bắt đầu có tiết rồi, bắt đầu Giáng sinh rồi. Khi mà mấy đứa trẻ thì nó đang cố gắng để mà chơi chọi tiếp với nhau hả? Pulling or Rucker là cái gì? À, bé trẻ đang kéo bánh quy hả? Khi mà người mẹ già là bà nội của đó, hoặc là mẹ của mình cố gắng để mà mở mắt ra để xem tụi nó chơi. Mình luôn có cảm giác nhẹ nhàng vào Giáng sinh. Ok. Mình ngồi trong cái bàn xung quanh tới mọi người. Ok, tới dịp Giáng sinh rồi, cả nhà chơi với nhau. Intense. Mọi người cảm giác vậy. Cái gì đây? Một buổi chiều căng thẳng. Mọi người cảm nhận được nó. Đây là lần đầu tiên thấy Trish. Đây là lần đầu tiên mình thấy Trish kể từ lúc mà mình từ chối cái việc là cho mượn passport. Đây là một cơ hội rất lớn cho Sam. Anh em từng không thể tách rời. Đây là một cái Giáng sinh thì rất là vui. Từng là một cái thời điểm rất là vui trong năm. The clatter of dirty is on the Tuesday á. Cái gì đây? Tiếng dao nĩa va chạm nhau có thể nghe thấy khi Trish nhìn chằm chằm vào bạn. Mình chúc bà đi. Your mother stare vacancy is you. Là sao? Chằm chằm mẹ mình nhìn chằm chằm vào mình và bối rối. Bà ấy bắt đầu trở lại với chính mình và bắt đầu nhận ra. Cảm ơn Alex. Bà thì thầm. Ok, cũng ly vậy. Mình đứng dậy và nâng ly lên chúc mọi người Giáng sinh vui vẻ. Thật là tốt khi mọi người ở đây. Có một tiếng xì xà chúc mừng và những cái tiếng ly chạm vào nhau, nhưng mà Trish thì lại không. Yeah, tất cả chúng ta đều ở đây. Không cần phải cảm ơn đâu. Chris thở dài. Bây giờ là Giáng sinh. Chris Sam thở dài. Thôi nào, bây giờ Giáng sinh chúng ta không thể nào mà chúng hai bỏ cái chuyện đó qua được không? Tao không có nói chuyện với mày. Quay. Ủa là sao? Từ từ. Ủa là sao? Ủa? Họ cứ cái này đi, cứ vui vẻ đi. Trish. À mình là Sam đúng không? Trish quay mặt lại với mình. Taking some một cắt gà ra hả? Nói chung là thất vọng với những miếng thịt gà quay rẻ tiền. Con gái của mình là Suzy nó đến với mình. Do đâu tờ Suzy có cơ hội và tiến tới cái chỗ mình. Bố biết là con thương bố như thế nào mà. Mình vui vẻ nghe rất là quen thuộc. Là sao? I'm not going to like this I am là sao? Mình đùa thôi. Suzy đảo mắt. Suzy nó xin mình là để đi chơi. Ok. Suzy xin tiền mình đi chơi. Hope you help me with the money. Nè nó sắp nó xin đi chơi nè. Blending là đi chơi với bạn nè. Đi ăn cuối năm nè. Bắt đầu xin bắt đầu ban xin mình cái thơ. Dạ mặt ra mắt long lanh thì ra là con yêu thương mẹ gì. Giáng sinh cái lại đi xin đi chơi. Xin tiền. Con bé bị gián đoạn, bị can ngăn bởi Trish, người mà khịt mũi chế nhạo gì đó. Trish nước khịa mình, vậy có nghĩa là mình là Alex Sam Alex. Thì Trish này là cái anh em mình, nhưng mà bữa nó xin mượn passport để nó trốn khỏi đây á, thì mình không cho nên là nó giờ tới lúc mà gia đình gặp mặt này kia Giáng sinh á thì nó ghét, nó khịa, nó nói là con chắc không xin được đâu Su ơi, con biết là bố con rất hào phóng cỡ nào mà. Khịa. Trish, mày làm tất cả mọi thứ và câm cái mồm lại. Cứ kệ chết đi, mình cười với con gái, mình chắc là mình cho nó đi chứ, nó xin tiền cho nó đi chứ. Mấy đứa này con mình thì nó xin là nó muốn đi khám phá thế giới và học nhiều thứ đó. Mình bắt đầu nhẹ giọng xuống, con biết rằng tiền thì rất là khó kiếm. Nào mà bây giờ thì bà lại ở cùng sống chung với chúng ta. Chúng ta không có nhiều tiền vậy đâu Su à. Nhưng mà làm ơn đi. Bố mẹ của Harriet thì đang giúp cô ấy là sao? Ok được thôi. Chúng ta tìm cách để mà có thể, nói chung là mình vẫn cho con bé. Mình cho con bé đi chơi, mình cho tiền con bé đi chơi vậy. Chứ không cho là nó cũng buồn. Hôm qua bữa là mình không cho coi thằng con mình nó đi thằng con mình nãy nó mới tên gì tôi quên mẹ nó rồi. Không cho cháu nó đi chơi, nó giận dỗi, nó lên nó đập bàn đập ghế, nó đập phòng có thứ rồi. Bây giờ tới con gái lớn rồi nó xin đi chơi lễ mà mình không cho nữa thì cũng kỳ. Không phải cho nó đi học, đi chơi, đi học hành này kia, để ra ngoài biết với thế giới. Suzy đó nó cười. Rồi nụ cười Suzy toét tận mang tay. Ý là bố thật chứ, rất là cảm ơn bố, cảm ơn rất nhiều cô ấy. Con bé nó ôm tôi thật là chặt. Sau đó em pull the rocker with her little. Bắt đầu quay qua tới chơi với bé trai, tại vui, được đi chơi vui mà. Bà thì nhìn hai đứa nhỏ rất là tự hào. Mình cứ bắt đầu mình phải suy nghĩ làm sao để đi kiếm tiền để cho con nó đi chơi. Merry Christmas sweetheart. Đó là tất cả những gì mình có thể. Tính ra là nếu như mà mình cho con gái mình nó, bây giờ mình phải đi kiếm tiền để mà mình còn trả tiền cho, mặc dù mình đéo có tiền, mình đang nghèo vãi liên luôn á. Ở đâu mình nghèo vãi liên luôn á. Nên ra mình còn tuy là cái con game này nó chỉ là về broadcast, thì mình là nhân viên của biên tập viên thôi của đài truyền hình thôi, nhưng mà nó còn có nội dung nữa. Tiền là gì? Tình trạng hiện tại tiền là gì? You are lifting to the buyer. Mình đang nhìn qua về những cái thư gửi, những cái lá thư, nói chung là mấy cái hóa đơn á. Một cái hóa đơn mới nó chạm vào trong tim mình. Gánh nặng này, nó bắt đầu mình phải gánh nặng về những cái hóa đơn. Still event logo envelope. Mình bắt đầu mở ra, mình nhận ra về cái gì á, event logo gì ở đây vậy? Nhận ra cái logo màu xanh, phong bì, trong cái phong bì thì mình xé nó ra, gửi Winston Resident. Cảm ơn đã gửi chúng tôi hộ chiếu của bạn để được phê duyệt. Bây giờ có thể xác nhận việc. Và chương trình mua lại tài sản mới là sao? Confirm. Hy vọng là hơi hopeful this will make the last month. Là sao? Là gì đây? Mình đang làm gì vậy? Mình đang làm cái gì vậy? Mình đang làm cái gì vậy? Mình đang lấy cái giấy tờ của mình ra để làm gì vậy? Mình đang lấy cái giấy tờ của mình ra làm gì vậy? Mình gửi hộ chiếu đi hả, để vượt qua việc á. Phải xác nhận việc và xác nhận của bên chúng tôi đối với cái chương trình mua lại tài sản và những cái tài sản mới hả? Hy vọng điều này sẽ tạo nên tranh luận cuối cùng. Hy vọng là điều này nó sẽ là cái điều cuối cùng trong cái việc mà cãi nhau với Sam. Nó đáng. It's our pleasure. Là sao đây? You see a symbol. Cái gì vậy? Vì vậy chúng tôi rất hân hạnh gửi kèm một tấm xét. Hy vọng bạn sẽ coi đó là một cái biểu tượng không chỉ cho lòng biết ơn của chúng tôi đối với bạn, mà còn cho cam kết vững chắc của chúng tôi việc tạo một xã hội không có bất bình đẳng. Là sao? Mình đọc cái tin này mình cảm giác là mình đang mình tin rằng là mình đang tỉnh. Một cái tấm xét á. Là sao? Chris nói đúng. Phân phối lại của cải à? Sao? We will tiếp tục phấn đấu vì sự nghiệp tốt đẹp hơn. Ok. Gánh nặng tài chính giảm đi đôi chút. Gánh nặng tài chính mình giảm đi á. Là sao? Là mình đem cái thế chấp đi cái passport của mình hả? Một cuối tuần dài à. Hôm nay là ngày kỷ niệm của mình. Hàng năm mình và Sam đi ra cuối tuần với nhau. Thường là đi cắm trại. Bạn mong chờ, mình thì mong chờ điều này rất là lâu rồi ở tuổi này. Cuối cùng cũng có khoảng thời gian riêng tư bên nhau, có thể quên những cái tiếng ồn ào trong cuộc sống, không có mấy đứa con, không về công việc, chỉ là một cái nơi lãng mạn và yên bình. Mình đi chơi. Có một cái trả lời tự động trên điện thoại. Xin chào buổi tối Alex, đây là Bossman. Bạn phải làm việc vào cuối tuần. Điệp con mẹ, mình sắp đi chơi mà còn phải làm việc vào cuối tuần à? Diếp sao vậy? Mình bắt đầu trầm lắng. Điệp, tôi sắp đi chơi mà tôi còn phải má Diếp gửi tin nhắn kêu đi làm là sao? Cái gì đây? Một vài thông tin cần phải được đưa ra ánh sáng vì nó rất là căng thẳng để gia tăng giữa các đất nước của chúng ta và các cường quốc nước ngoài. Và nhóm tin tức là cái này là The National, nay là mình đang làm việc trong đây nè. Work around, phải làm việc xuyên đêm để mà đưa những cái tin tức này trước tiên. Không cần phải nói nhiều, mình cần phải có mặt vào sáng mai đúng 8 giờ. Chúc một buổi tối vui vẻ Alex. Đi. Mình phải nói với Sam như thế nào đây? Oh no, sếp kêu đi làm rồi. Sam đi xuống cầu và tràn đầy phấn khích, hôn mình và lấy chìa khóa và bắt đầu đưa những cái đồ đạc này lên xe. Rất xin lỗi vì chuyện này. Tôi do với vợ của mình cần phải đi làm. Mình thở rất là, mình bắt đầu vợ xin lỗi, phải đi làm, công việc quan trọng mà anh biết mà. Anh cũng đâu có muốn đi làm đâu em. Bà mẹ thằng ship chó đẻ tư bản chết thiệt. Anh sắp phải đi rồi. Em hiểu mà. Gia đình luôn luôn là anh luôn đặt lên hàng đầu, nhưng đôi khi công việc phải là quan trọng nhất. Anh nên đi. Sam kéo mình lại rừng và ôm thật chặt một lần. Mình thật là biết ơi, ôi rồi lấy được con vợ mà hiểu chuyện phải nói là hãnh diện gấp ngàn lần. Mình rất là thất vọng. Đâu phải chỉ vợ mà thất vọng đâu, tôi cũng thất vọng mà tôi sắp được đi chơi rồi. Tủ cha đặc ship. Đúng là làm việc trong tin tức này kia nó. Ủa sao kêu làm việc trong ngày mai mà sao bây giờ là mấy ngày vậy? Permission slip. Ủa rồi làm đâu, không cần làm à? Không cần làm à? Con trai của mình Charlie nó đang đứng cạnh mình khi mà mình đang đọc cái gì đó. Mình có thấy phấn đấu. Bạn có thấy mình phấn đấu để đạt được thành tựu gì đó không? Bạn có phải là thành viên của nhóm không? Bạn có thích gặt hái những lợi ích của sự hợp tác? Một cái câu lạc bộ gì đó vậy? Nó tham gia câu lạc bộ gì vậy? Nó đưa một cái tờ quảng cáo gì đó xong nó nhét vào tay mình. Thằng nhóc, con có thể đi thẳng tới trường và gặp chị gái của Ben, và sau đó thì và chị của Ben sau đó sẽ dẫn con về nhà được không? Cho nên là bố không cần phải làm gì. Ok, cho con đi chơi đi. Bữa không cho nó đi rồi, bữa nay cho nó đi đi. Mình cho nó đi đi. Tôi nghĩ là nên cho nó đi. Ok. Con trai mình rất là mừng rỡ. Sắp có một cái thành tựu gì với cộng đồng. Đây có thể là một điều tốt. Ok, cho con nó đi chơi đi. Hôm bữa mình cho con gái nó đi chơi rồi mà mình không cho con trai nó đi chơi. Nó cạnh anh đó anh em. Mình đẻ hai đứa. Bữa mình không cho thằng trai đi chơi là nó giận, nó chửi mình rồi. Nhưng mà mình cho con gái đi chơi mà không cho con trai đi chơi là cạnh anh đó. Khổ lắm. Mặc dù là hả, cái gì đây, phi một cái vé gì nữa vậy. Mới có một vài có thằng đầu đó ở chỗ làm cho mình cái này, họ không đi được. Sam đứng trước mặt mình đưa 2 chiếc vé, có cái tựa đề chiếc vé là ANH Israel. Anh có muốn đi không? Ok thôi, bữa không đi được cái vợ thôi, đi đi. Đây là chương trình mang tính giải trí, nói chung là như là vợ nó đưa vợ được tặng 2 chiếc vé miễn phí. Why wait along after Sam? Line the best. He powerful public. Stick in your mind. Rồi bên này longer after Sam Richington heavy. Thật là đông quá. À đi chơi rồi về mệt, không vui tí nào cả. Sao tại giờ tôi chưa thấy làm gì vậy? Cái gì nữa đây? Cũng thoải mái hơn rồi đó. Mình đi làm có lương này kia cũng bắt đầu thoải mái hơn rồi đó. Sau một ngày làm việc, quan hệ đối tác có lợi nhuận hả? Sau một ngày làm việc đặc biệt dài, mình về nhà và thấy được một cái bài viết đã được sắp xếp thành từng chồng như thế này. Và Sam đã làm ở gần đây, hầu hết đều là những cái rác thôi. Nhưng có một lá thư với cái logo của cái công ty ANH. Nó ghi là khẩn cấp, trả lời ngay lập tức. Được dán ở ngay trước mặt cái phong bì. Ở đâu? Đây công ty đây. Đâu? Gây sự thu hút. Ok, mình đọc thử xem. Gửi Mr. Winston. Bức thư này nhằm thông báo cho ông rằng chính phủ chính phủ government ANH đã tiến thêm một bước cho cái việc là chiến đấu về cái sự bình đẳng bằng cách quốc hữu hóa các tập đoàn tư nhân lớn nhất và phân phối lại nguồn lực của họ cho người dân của đất nước vĩ đại. Chương trình trái phiếu đối tác đảm bảo rằng của cải người dân tạo ra sẽ được chuyển đến tay người dân. Có the hell? Mình không nhớ điều này có trong manifesto là sao? Sao tự nhiên liên quan gì tới chính trị quá vậy? Ôi trời ơi! Cứ mỗi hộ gia đình sẽ trở thành đối tác của một trong 3 tổ chức được lựa chọn cẩn thận. Được tập đoàn ANH lựa chọn, chính phủ ANH lựa chọn để đảm bảo hiệu suất cao và an toàn tài chính nhất quán. Xin lưu ý, tất cả lợi nhuận đều dựa trên ý kiến công chúng và không thể được đảm bảo. What the fuck? Hãy chọn một cái lựa chọn sau. Cái gì đây? EBO là Eye of Beholder Incorporated. Cho dù đó tất cả là mỹ phẩm, quần áo hay thời trang cao cấp, nhiều nhìn thấy vẻ đẹp của khách hàng của mình. Cái gì đây? Nail Deal Limit luôn là một bó hời với Razy Nail. Blazer Club. Công việc kinh doanh của chúng tôi là niềm vui của bạn, từ thể thao, du lịch, thậm chí là một thời gian của bạn. Bạn không thể nói niềm vui là không phải là giải trí. Rồi giờ chọn gì? Chọn gì? Chọn gì đây? Ok. Cảm ơn cảm ơn anh, cảm ơn ngài đã chọn cái lựa chọn này. Gửi mẫu này bằng cách sử dụng phong bì đã được cung cấp. Ok. Mình làm quan hệ đối tác gì vậy? Thật. Mình bắt đầu cũng thoải mái hơn về tiền bạc rồi, nhưng mà sau ngày dài dữ vậy. Không biết là mấy cái tin tức đó nó có liên quan gì không. Bắt đầu vô rồi đó, bắt đầu vô công việc rồi đó. Bắt đầu vô công việc rồi đó anh em. Bắt đầu đài truyền hình rồi đó, nhưng mà tôi chọn cái gì đó rồi nó sẽ ảnh hưởng tới tin tức á. Khó quá, làm sao mà chơi được. The Tempest. Bắt đầu vô anh em ơi. Bossman, ông sếp nói. Chào Alex. Sếp đây. Phải có một cái cái nào vậy? Surprise, cái nào của ANH vậy? Đây. Mình phải mở lên hết cái đã.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Thôi lên tin tức rồi, chết rồi xong. Thôi xong. Thôi tắt đi. Không có tin tức gì nữa hết trơn á. Tôi sắp bị đuổi rồi. Tạm biệt. Vậy cũng được á. Ủa sao quạt nó chiếu đâu vậy? Xong. Bị đuổi. Tôi bị đuổi rồi. Tại tôi phải, nó kêu đọc cái label của cái quảng cáo, nhưng mà tôi còn chưa được đọc xem nữa là cái nào nữa là nó vô mẹ nó rồi. Đây must be play đây. Sếp dặn.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Chết rồi.
Relationship with his face.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
Trying to adapt to the horrors of life.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody.
10 giây.
Did your personality accidentally slip?
10 giây.
5, 4, 3.
Time for the National Nightly News with Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could
Đây mình phải chọn hai cái này.
first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid
Overrated.
Morgansford and David Wong announced
Escape.
today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground.
Để mà
I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
để mà sinh tồn à?
Bloodbath avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Questions have been raised about the government's judgment, with Prime Minister Peter Clement forced to apologise this morning for seeming to endorse the self-combusting plaything in this publicity shot taken last Christmas. Let's hope his niece recovers quickly.
Fallen angel? Notorious addict Johnny Hansleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Let's hope that the team at the Gentle Touches Rehabilitation Centre can help Johnny get back to his story. Johnny's family have asked for privacy during this difficult time. We'll have reporters at the clinic around the clock, so you don't miss a thing.
Is his once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sports?
And radical ideas. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a surprising new project that already has the markets raising an eyebrow.
Known for taking risks and bold strategies, could the adventurous CEO be leading the business giant down a dark alley, or taking it to a new level of success?
Gì? Cái đường hầm thông qua trái đất hả?
Orientation Operational Borrowing Service will be a new international travel system based around the construction of a major tunnel through the centre of the Earth. Sophia Rimington claims it will make travelling from one side of the world to the other the matter of an afternoon.
Có tin tức nào mà đi láo vậy? Đi thông qua tâm trái đất à?
Digging a hole through the planet, while flat earthers claim it should be quite easy.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National Nightly News.
Cái gì vậy? Ai nói trước?
While Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and for some, the transition has not been pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in moderate Hatchings to talk to Wentworth, Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
Simply untenable.
Nhiều khi lo làm này tôi còn không đọc được cái tụi nó nói gì nữa.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Hồi xưa tôi cứ nghĩ là làm sao mà người ta có thể bấm nhanh như vậy. Cái tiếng mà nó bị bíp á.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
I hardly think we've had it easy for fuss's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
Sắp mưa à?
Realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right whatty question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods.
Good times.
That's probably my last happy memory, Robin.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will rise and rebel. We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts and an undressed bare chest protest.
Oh, what's that?
What the hell? What the hell?
Daddy, stop it!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Đang tôi tức mà đó. Cái gì vậy? Ôi rồi.
Tilly's our mummy. She's proper cracked off too.
Well, at least you are showing.
What the fuck? Phản đối gì vậy? Ôi.
Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you.
Ôi ơi, cái nhà này sao vậy?
Ready? Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Dad.
He gets that from me, you know.
Ê, lột đồ quá luôn rồi.
What are you trying to achieve here? We just want to be footing well heard, that's all.
Oh, language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
Yes, we bloody well will. Stuff and pip pop.
Ồ, người tốt, em này là người tốt. What the hell?
Are you okay?
Daddy, how can you?
Shut up and get your
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic vortex
Nó bắn cái gì vậy?
in the toxins,
Ba súng rồi. Điên quá vậy. Cái này tụi đây nó bị cái gì vậy?
short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
Thanks, Robin. Let's set...
Got it? Oh, plenty.
Sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on?
Ủa nó qua đây là nào vậy?
Do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this country is becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around naked in our weather?
Hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm busting. Oh.
Tin tức gì đây?
She's funny.
When you can strengthen your face.
Very endearing.
She wants your job.
Hình như nãy quảng cáo B. Mình còn có quảng cáo B nữa.
You know me from films like The Medicated. Me and
Alex, Boson, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content
chơi lại hả?
pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their
Didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's nothing wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us frying? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
Tao không biết đứa nào nói trước, đứa nào nói sau trường á.
We'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You joined me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the lanky hamster. And facing her,
đánh nhau gì ở đây?
himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending. It's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And, Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brain.
Đủ.
Ellie Striker.
Ủa gì đây?
Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not
Chơi ném banh hả?
Not after last time.
What the hell?
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker.
Em chơi cái quần què gì vậy?
Number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad if you ask me.
What the fuck?
To Harris. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Move back. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? I'd say that's fair, but what do I know?
What the fuck?
Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round one. We can only hope that round two treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting position.
Thôi chơi cái gì vậy tôi?
As that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, striker to play. Harris.
Wins round two now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on.
Ôi ơi!
Doesn't we broadcast any of that stuff? She appears to have slogans across her breast.
Ôi ơi! Cái gì vậy? Ôi rồi!
I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible.
Ôi ơi!
Broadcast any of that, as I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round two now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Steady striker. You know, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move.
Tôi làm cái gì vậy? Tôi không hiểu được. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris.
What the fuck is this shit?
And after all, it is a game of two halves. 4 rounds and 7 subjects. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show.
Em nói sao nước nôi tùm lum trên người vậy?
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that.
Ôi ơi!
Directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not something.
What the fuck is this shit?
And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Thank you.
What the hell?
Not bad.
Tôi thật sự không hiểu được ra có what the fuck is this shit gì vậy?
Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around.
Ngoài cho tôi biết tới đây là cái gì không?
What I wouldn't give to be that ball, am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because of course if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket. Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course perhaps... And yes, Harris has countered with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Thua, tôi thua luôn.
Harris to serve now. Harris scored his last score back. Here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of...
Điệp! Hai đứa nó làm gì ngon vậy? Ôi ôi! Ôi ôi! Rồi sao tụi nó có thỏa thuận ở đây vậy? Không được chiếu ở đài truyền hình đâu, có mấy đứa nít nó đang coi đó.
Yes, we want our money. Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. It's an absolute bloody. Okay, now we're going to go into the final round, and of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. Hold. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hand. Interesting, juggling it around from her hand. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there.
Nó chơi cái gì vậy?
But she's in it to win it. On it like a car bonnet. On it like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here having a bit of beef. Tommy Harris here having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris! Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. Look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight. What a lump! We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. Contestants in, please. And the winner
Ai thắng?
of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Ai cũng thắng hết hả?
Once again, a win for everyone. Including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful weekend for me.
Xàm gì chứ?
Security to collect their medals, respectively.
Ây da!
What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I have to say, Jeremy, is to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary...
What the fuck, có vụ dừng điện cháy nữa?
Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
Có vụ nổ nữa.
When we come back,
ôi giời!
talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages. That's coming up.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
Being a burden on your children. Are you scared of a long, painful
Everything
decline
okay?
in your final
the
years?
mic's just trying to
Of
get
being
us now.
trapped in your own
You'll be
body as
fine.
it slowly
You're
wastes
unsure.
away?
I'm
Or
immune
losing
to
your
cheap
grip
black.
on reality? Well, it doesn't
Không hiểu được.
have to be that way. Now you
Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit
Rất là nguy hiểm nha, có sấm sét gì kìa.
odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Postman out.
your stay. You'll pass painlessly, surrounded by those you love.
Sensor.
Comfort and luxury. Isn't that what we all deserve at the end of a life well lived? Legal team will help you make all those difficult arrangements, and our aftercare.
Cái này tắt cái nào vậy? Cái này là sao? Speaker.
Final wishes.
VHS.
Efficiently and compassionately. All absolutely free. Your health service. Your team.
I am delighted
Welcome joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know,
Có cái mặt thái độ.
old Mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
So much dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
Có vụ sấm sét mà.
Talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive.
Má còn giờ có thêm vụ khắc nghiệt trời sấm sét nữa chứ.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time.
Tôi mà bấm vô là nó giật chết mẹ luôn.
Want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Ôi rồi.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry.
Cái gì mà phai mi ạ?
Are you not worried that this new system might be leading to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got a shot to get. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Trời ơi, sấm dữ vậy? Sao mỗi lần sấm sét là nó bị gì vậy?
Sorry, that the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
À, sấm sét giật điện ổng.
Eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
I am perfectly capable of with a rusty twat.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Ôi ơi.
Don't get yourself sort it out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. You should tell your viewers
Mình giải quyết khủng hoảng.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time.
Mưa rồi nhưng mà không sao.
Jeremy Donaldson.
Hết tin tức đêm nay rồi, hết tin tức đêm nay, bá điện quá.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Ôi trời ơi.
So they just...
Cái gì vậy?
It's my nephew, so we transitioned to not the league.
Surgeon B ghê chưa? Broadcast complete. Thế nào? Anh em thấy tôi thế nào? C thôi à? Điệt. Full way. Current well sometimes thỉnh thoảng thì mình sẽ có tiền hả? Mình có tiền rồi đó. So với tình hình thế giới toàn địa cầu thì sao? Cái này là gì đi lên? Bạo lực đi lên. Nó khó quá, khó hiểu quá. Sao nhiều tin tức dữ? Nhưng mà mấy cái tin tức này nó còn liên quan tới chính trị, bạo lực rồi thế giới này, cuộc sống này kia nữa. Tôi mà đưa không đúng là nó sẽ gây loạn cả một đất nước, mà một cái hành tinh luôn á. Tôi cũng có kỹ năng rồi, cũng có chút tỉnh tiền rồi. The lockdown á, what the fuck is the lockdown? Hình như tôi đưa tin tức gì đó nó không đúng lắm rồi anh em ơi. Alex, anh còn sống sao? Đây là Jenny đây, quản lý của tầng này. Anh ổn không Alex? Nhìn vào cái broadcast đi. What the hell? Cả tòa nhà này bị sụp xuống rồi, cần phải sửa. What the hell? What the hell? What the fuck, mấy con gì lên đây nó phá đài vậy? Quên tính ra. Mày tuyệt lắm mà. Mình có thể broadcast lần nữa. Phá. Cái gì phá hả? Phá nè.
Loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Đừng để cho nó lên.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference. Of course, Megan's place looked lovely.
Sao nữa rồi?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Bật quạt lên mới được.
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh?
Má còn có vụ ở ngoài đây nữa chứ, nó phá đài nữa chứ.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
Chuẩn bị vô rồi.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglepups, it's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide.
Ủa, này Jeremy làm nhà hả?
The Mr. Snugglehugs were
What the hell?
silently destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs.
Tôi đưa tin tức gì mà nó làm ảnh hưởng tới vũ trụ rồi, đất nước rồi.
Household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs.
Cái gì vậy? Blunt weapon gì vậy?
And therefore able to be kicked away easily by young.
Con gì vậy?
They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with
Con này nó phá đầy kênh đúng không?
like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day.
Chính phủ phải đóng lại trong 31 ngày á.
The country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behavior in homes across the country.
Cút! Leo lên đó, leo lên. Leo lên nè.
Limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected.
Cái con này.
Indulging in an activity that is known as snuggle thugging.
Locked and loaded. Same calligraphy Johnny Handsleeves seems to be taking his own unique approach to being locked in.
Since checking into rehab, not much has been heard from the former role model, but this latest photo leaked by another
No hurt here.
seems to confirm that all might not be well at Gentle Touches.
It seems that paranoia may have overtaken the residents of the infamous rehab clinic, which this
Có nhiệt độ trong đây đã tăng nữa hả?
state, claiming it had more than enough sponges to last till next Christmas.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensford and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination.
Phá như chó vậy mấy con này. Phá nè.
The most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Svorsborgen Wongensford here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year is going to be our biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here.
Rồi cái gì đây?
The clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right,
Sao mấy con khựa đuổi này?
up there it is.
Đuổi này.
4012th of January, or as you call it, His Mouth Day. Or possibly
Thôi xong.
for a bit out. So happy Pissmouth. I hope to get all the presents you asked for left under the Pissmouth tree. I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
Mấy con này.
Everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich.
Bắt đầu công việc nữa. Ác mộng vậy. Ủa cái gì vậy?
Becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy. Those who managed to escape the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
Cái gì mà quá trời răng vậy?
That rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth one by one.
Mất răng á.
Justice, or has masked vigilante dental dentist been up to his old tricks again?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's important that we all feel united, that we're all in this together, and for a short time we must bear significant change. To help myself come to terms with these tough but transitory times, I've written a list of things that are just as temporary as all of this discomfort. I thought it would be helpful to share my list with all of you. Christmas with the in-laws. Your child's school play. Youth. Beauty. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution.
Good.
Your husband's hairline. Your waistline. Your term in office.
What the hell?
Fleeting lifetime. And all of human endeavor.
Leo lên.
My relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance. To know that just as these things pass us by, so too
Con chó này. Con chó này, con chó này, con chó này.
Thank you.
ridiculous stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be probing heartthrob reporter Patrick Bannon, while I take a deep dive into some controversial opinions with two familiar faces.
And then, in our third segment, and presumably because our editor is also working from home, there's going to be a bloody quiz.
I can't wait.
Don't do that.
And in a moment, Jeremy Grumpelson and I will be asking controversial CEO Sophia Remington where it all went wrong.
And psychic scientist Dr. Delia Lywell will be joining us, presumably to provide a bit of false hope.
Maybe she'll tell you how you're going to die, Jeremy.
Too late. I'm certain it happened months ago.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Ê! Mấy con này nó có mua đây nó báo qua vậy.
First tonight, how do we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her villa on the island of San Palmerino is CEO and socialite Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I am loving your hairdo, babe.
And from her crystal healing laboratory in what I assume is a garage in Lower Uppington, Doctor, it says here, Delia Lywell.
Thank you for inviting us on your show.
Us?
Don't. Miss Remington, your toys are rampaging across the developed world, your company is worth less than my annual salary, and your country's president recently called you a national disgrace. Have you taken your eye off the ball?
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you're angry. The thing with you folks over there is you have an island mentality. You can't see the bigger picture.
So, what is the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is lithium batteries. Our toys have been running for upwards of 71 days now with no signs of them slowing down whatsoever. Imagine what that means for the future.
It means we don't know when the hell this lockdown's going to end, doesn't it? You don't seriously believe Remington Smith can survive this?
Lithium batteries are gonna change everything, tiny ogre. They're gonna power our new transport system, make technology portable. Hell, they might even take us into space.
But how can you make them without any code?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Thanks to the work of thousands of tiny hands, they're already pouring off the production line. Times are good for Remington Smith.
But surely you have no future.
Excuse me, hello, yes, if we might. This is our area of expertise.
What, multinational economics?
The future, Mr. Donaldson, to which we are all connected.
Yeah, okay, I'll bite. Why not? There's clearly nothing better to do. So, what does your scientific process tell you about the future of Sophia Remington, Doctor?
We see her on a balcony. Foreign soil, but not foreign land. An age will pass.
Fascinating.
Wasn't it just?
Delia, you are amazing. We have to fly you out here to the island to do that for my guests. They're gonna love you.
Unfortunately, all flights are grounded because of your tiny, deadly stowaways.
Not all flights, honey. Dee, call me. And you, Maggie. The more the merrier. Bring your swimwear.
Miss Remington, you seem completely ignorant to the seriousness of the situation. Do you take any responsibility at all for the global crisis?
Ồ, cuộc chiến giữa
It's not a trap.
cả toàn cầu hả?
Why are you helping her?
She seems fun.
You bet your ass I'm fun.
Please answer my question, Miss Remington.
Listen, are lithium batteries the most incredible invention the world has ever seen? In fact, who am I kidding? It is definitely yes. But will they last forever? Probably not. One day, all the Mrs. Snugglehugs will just stop. It'll be like a miracle. And then we can all go back to the grand tradition of buying products again. Because I really don't mind telling you this, it is really hitting our bottom line. Except for sponges. We seem to be selling an assload of them.
Dr. Lywell, do you have an indication of when or how this might end?
Well, it's not an exact science.
Not even a real one.
But our senses tell us that there will come a day when there will be clouds in the sky, the grass will be rich and verdant, and the birds will sing at dawn, and that shall be the day when we walk forth again.
I find that strangely comforting.
That could literally be any day.
Well, let's hope it's soon.
Clouds, grass, and birds. That's literally every day.
Let's hope it's not too soon. I'm kind of hoping we can make it to the 100 days. It sounds good on a commercial. Besides, if it lifts now, the children will have to go back to working normal hours.
Well, let's go and professors for 100 then.
No, let's not, eh?
I'll drink to that. Stay strong and party on.
Sophia Rimington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be reaching out around the country to see what's really happening out there.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these sandwiches.
Well, she's a Hindenburg-sized fuck-up.
I mean, she's fun at a social level.
I wouldn't want to be on her board.
Christ, no. She's going to drive that company into the fucking ground.
knows this, and we're making sure we get to them while they're young. The advanced go to
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next
Đây nó định về nhà.
Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
They talk about what's happening at home. We'll be listening and taking notes. You wouldn't let your children drift off down the river to uncertain ends, or abandon them to a life of shame and mockery and eventual death on the streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead. They're probably safe.
Mấy cái con này.
You never know what's lurking in the water.
Còn 10 mấy giây nữa. Cút. 8.
We can't believe you fell for it.
5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit!
Well, then I must be wrong.
Are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just...
Nhanh quá, tôi đang tập trung vô hiểu cái này.
True. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose, like, I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need
Ông kia không đợi ăn cái làm tôi mất tập trung.
our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease.
Ăn dữ.
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Ôi rồi.
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap us.
That's what you sound like.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one...
Ê.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yes, stop lying, Alan.
Not lying. You are.
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Người lộn gì đây?
Well, I'm telling.
Cái gì vậy?
James,
Alan, you know what they say about
thank you
pictures,
for
Alan?
joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us
Chết mẹ ơi!
a minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable today. It's really
Đang chuẩn bị ăn.
conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management?
Dead.
If you ask me, very, very much unknown.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Well, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on?
Anh đang trên đường phố hả? Kêu là người dân nên ở trong nhà. Ủa không biết cái gì vậy?
Bannon Avenue.
Yep.
Bannon. Tại sao?
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign. It says there.
Like Patrick Bannon.
Oh yeah, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
Đang ở đâu?
Alright, fine. I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm on.
Đang ở nhà á. À thơm à?
Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bar. You know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less.
Thanh niên này. Tính gì ạ?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds
Có tiếng gì á? Anh niên này không dám
tiny fist tapping on your door there.
không dám ở nhà.
Oh fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
Thanh niên kia không dám đi ra, hình như thanh niên kia là phóng sự trực tiếp.
Listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die!
What the hell? Thanh niên sợ. Không dám đi ra.
Patrick, I'd say you got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Cái gì vậy?
What do you see, Patrick?
Ôi con gì vậy? Ôi 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 ôi! Cái đồ chơi gì?
Showing the nation, more importantly management.
Cái con đồ chơi này nó quậy quá.
It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes,
yourself
to
to your
Bannon
absolute
Avenue.
limit with occupational hazards. The exclusive.
Mấy con robot nó phá quá.
Collection at your nearest workstation now. Every week you'll receive a high-quality electric current of increasing voltage directly through your body until you lose consciousness. Don't miss this shocking offer.
Occupation hazard. Ôi! Nó đập kiến nó vô đây rồi. Ôi mặt trời kìa, ngoài mặt trời buồn cười phải lìa vậy. Tụi nó phá rồi, mấy con kia bắt đầu phá tin tức rồi.
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome.
Mày, mấy con đồ chơi nó bắt đầu nó quậy rồi.
So finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people
Tôi đưa tin tức kiểu gì vậy?
with absolute nonsense, other more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So how do we play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good.
Mày.
And how are you finding the law?
Tôi đang làm tin tức nha, đừng có phá nha.
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Yeah, I think I heard about that actually, yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage.
Good.
I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else you're free about. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Good.
Jeremy. Thank you. This.
Cái gì vậy?
Is that? What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say...
Phá nè. Ủa bây giờ nó hết phá kia rồi, giờ phá này rồi.
You've said it now, haven't you?
Angie, I love you. In a way.
Good.
Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie, always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct. The colour of my nipples. And finally...
À, cái màu của cái vú là gì vậy? What the hell? What the hell?
Trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Good.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How? Managing without any work.
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time, we've got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's...
I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
Bắt đầu sao nó vô đây nó phá rồi.
So that you knew their children, do they?
Nó vô đây nó phá rồi.
Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely court payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think... yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Ooh. Oh, the bear,
Oh,
you
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted.
What the hell?
I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm.
What the?
Like wise old Mr. Octopus.
What the fuck is this shit?
There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cat. Mr. Pig, they're always in good mood. But that's cause they don't know. But that's cause they sliced up into food. To food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his 3rd divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations.
What the fuck?
You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thiệt.
Or is bound to be a classic of children's. But now, let's see how it's really done.
Before we wrap up the news tonight,
What the fuck is this shit?
Directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex. You see, for you, Alex. I don't think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you got your family ruled, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You feel like your daughter more. You like to think.
Ê, tôi phải ngồi tôi đi. Cái gì đây, có trái dưa. Ôi. Có trái dưa gì đây vậy? Mày. Cái trái dưa gì mới bay qua vậy? Nóng như chó vậy mà nó tắt quạt của tôi. Mày. Ủa sao mặt trời ông giờ ông xuống đây rồi hả? Mày. Hình này của ai vậy ta? Sếp hả? Mày.
That's all we have time for. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked.
Yeah,
I'm Megan.
I'll be naked.
Have a treacle night.
Megan.
What? Oh, yeah, just.
We know times are hard.
Bây giờ tới quảng cáo nữa.
But now, more than ever,
What is that, Pat?
even though
Do you
we're
think I'll be
apart,
happy with that?
we want you to
You're
know
out of your mind.
it still matters how you look. Loads, actually. To the distant divas and the isolation idealists. The healthcare
Wake up là sao? What the hell? Wake up. Toilet kêu mình wake up là sao? Ủa là sao? B hạng B, ok quá. Complete lockdown broadcast. Broadcast bị khóa hoàn toàn rồi hả? Tụi mấy con gấu đó bây giờ nó điên loạn rồi hả? Ôi rồi ôi. Là sao trời? Mọi thứ thật là bất ổn quá anh em ạ. Rồi cảm ơn anh em đã xem. Tôi sẽ còn chơi tiếp với con game này. Còn ở nội dung của nó chắc tôi còn phải tìm hiểu xem coi không biết là tới tình hình tôi đã lựa cái gì, tôi đăng tin cái gì, để rồi bây giờ mọi thứ tôi đã ủng hộ cái gì, để rồi bây giờ tình hình trái đất nó đang chuẩn bị lockdown và mọi thứ nó đang bất ổn rồi anh em ạ. Thôi mình nghĩ một chút rồi mình qua cả hai. Cảm ơn anh em đã xem.